there. Look at that.
Yeah.
That wasn't cut.
No. This is our witch circle. Which witch is which? And there's countless worked stones here lining the circle of these trees. And this is at the base of the mountain coming down. There's a meadow there. And this is what we would consider the first of the twin sister meadows. There's definitely a calm here. It's interesting energy. It's a very calming energy here.
This rock is green like, doesn't copper turn that color?
Uh-huh. Oh, it's light too. Oh, it's super light.
Copper's a mineral, right?
Yeah. It's super light for its size.
That's interesting.
So I think it's always important to note when we walk around here, there's a distinct sound
There's another entrance.
that I've just not. I've heard it before, but I don't know where I've heard it before. It's that sort of thing.
So somebody's been making this because
Yeah,
these are cut.
yeah,
And not a million years ago. They're all
yeah, yeah. There's somebody that maybe is trying to take care of this, keeping it as a circle, because it's all very deliberate here. It's all super deliberate. So, if you look here, there's this outcropping here, and there's an outcropping right there. Buffy believes that those are middens, and I have to agree. We went and we checked those out, and they definitely have that characteristic.
Look at this tree.
Oh wow!
I mean, these trees are just crazy around this
Yeah,
circle.
yeah. They seem super old, and they're super entangled, and and everywhere you look, there's a little worked rock here, Buff. Everywhere you look.
Yeah.
So the noise comes from. Oh my God! Here, look at this. A leg, a leg, a leg, a leg. Maybe it looks like maybe a buffalo carving. Here's a... What, Buffy?
This tree is weeping.
I'm gonna be right there. I just found a nice buffalo carving. Wow. Boy, it really is, isn't it?
It is. It's right there.
Yeah.
Look, it's
Yeah.
right now as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah. me show you this buffalo carving and then we'll move on.
There's a lot of trees around here, right? Like that.
Yeah. Very deliberate carving here. Deliberate stone. Here we go. Yeah. You gotta look at it just the right way, but there's a leg here and a leg. You see a leg, a leg, a leg, a leg, and there's the buffalo head.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
So the question that we always ponder is why the meadow like this? Why on the side of this mountain? There's trees here, there's trees all over, and there's just this giant scape of meadow here, and it's all covered with just tiny crushed rocks and what we would call schist and tools and everything. So what we believe is that these were village areas, and I think that they used this. They probably scoured the place of tree and foliage, and then enhanced it with this crushed rock over, generations and generations, and it would keep the bugs down. It would keep the noise up, so a creature wouldn't be able to, a large bear or something wouldn't be able to creep into the village. Cleanliness, and then Buffy prescribes to this notion as well. And why don't you start us right here, baby?
Oh, is this the fire circles?
Here's one of them. We're going this way, and this is where they start here.
Oh.
And it runs right along. We're going to come out to the next sister.
So they start at the witch's circle.
At the witch's circle.
But in the middle of the witch's circle, it's not burnt.
Right. I don't think I don't think you would have burnt in there. I mean, you would just say.
There's a circle there now.
Yeah, there's definitely a circle
And
there. There's a fire circle there.
Right there.
Yeah. So they start here at the witch's circle. This tree, let's go down and take a look at this tree here.
I tried to use my plant identifier.
Uh-huh.
And it says the trees are pine, obviously. But look at them.
Yeah.
They're like pine trees and oak trees.
Yeah.
The oak trees grow.
Oh my goodness, Buffy.
Right?
You're so right.
Like if you look at the one,
Yeah.
see, somebody's been cutting
Yeah.
these, but if you look over there's branches that are on the ground like the oak trees do.
Yeah.
But it's a pine tree.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
It's like a new species.
It's like it's a weird hybrid. Yeah. I noticed that, Buff.
That's a whole fire circle?
That's interesting.
A community fire circle? Right?
Well, it is built up in the center of that conical
and it's
area.
Black.
Yeah.
The dirt's not black.
Uh-huh. I know.
Look at this pine tree.
Yeah.
But it's like an oak tree.
Yeah. They're so old, Buff. They're so old.
Weeping. Say weeping, Buffy.
Weeping Buffy.
Weeping, Buffy.
Now, okay, so here's another burn circle here. And as we know, carbon lasts a long, long time. And as you look right down through right away, I find a pointing pecking tool.
And there's one right here, and there's a plant growing in it.
Yeah.
And then look at that. That's
Yeah.
growing inside
that's-
the circle also.
Yeah, and I think that's important to note, is that sage grows really, everything grows really slow here. So we've got a sage plant that is growing in between in the middle of a fire circle. Buffy, look at this piece. I think that's a piece of like a toggle jewelry piece.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So here's a little look at this, Buff. This could definitely be a midden area. Oh my goodness.
Is there a path in it? Oh yeah.
It's like a sheep.
Look at the red.
Yeah.
Red ochre?
Yeah. Yeah, do you see it? Do you see the
Yes,
little, it's like a little
yes.
ram or a little
It
sheep?
is.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, red ochre, Buff.
That's what you
Yeah.
paint
This
with.
right here, this is used, it's ground down. It's a natural element. You grind it down, and then you mix the leftovers with, you mix the dust with animal fats, and it's a paint that will last for thousands and thousands of years. Hematite.
Hematite. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we haven't exactly deduced what these areas mean when we find so many little tools and a lot of iconography, a lot of those little statuettes and things in one place. We don't know if it's burial, if this was a burial pyre and those things were put with every individual that was burnt, and then it just stays here as part of the landscape. Did these iconography mean something to them? Were they symbolic of something? But we often find these type of carvings in areas all together, piled up and that sort of thing. Or was this a shop, so to speak? If I were an artist, would I have my little shop area here? That's why all the chest is around, and people come by and we trade and whatever.
So if we follow the fire circles,
Yes.
I think they bring us back around up here.
Yeah.
Because that's the poison sumac place.
Yeah.
And then this is another circle of trees, and there's a path through them.
Yeah. I agree. I'm gonna have you lead the way,
I think.
witchy woman. Here you go.
Oh, are they over here?
Yeah, here we go. We're back on the circle path here. So again, you got these circle areas. Now, a lot of these could be recent, but there's evidence, like here, where this is clearly a fire area, and there's a sage bush growing right up in between it, which doesn't make any sense. Unless the fire took place a long time ago.
Well, I have pictures from the spring, and they're a lot easier to see. Oh, here.
Well, yeah, we haven't gotten to the next sister is this way, and that's where we find them. There's the river that cuts through down there.
There
That's
are way
where
more more than I.
Yeah,
This
these
isn't
are
the field I'm thinking
no,
about.
the field you're thinking of is there.
Gosh, yes.
We found the cat head, that cat
Right.
head you found that was over there, and then the
Okay.
circles are in that.
You better lead the way.
Yeah, okay. So we find these fire circles around perimeters of. Here's another pecking tool right there, right here.
Yeah, it's all clearly. Fireplace.
Yeah.
What does this thing look like? I wonder what the symbol is it makes from the sky when they were all lit.
Oh, that's a really good point.
See, look at this circle. Look at
Yeah.
the trees. They're just
Yeah.
in a circle.
I'm wondering, Buffy, if those don't go back further.
Yeah.
If those circles, if this wasn't a groomed area, then, okay, you and I, this was our area. We had our little wiki up here, or whatever those were called. I can't remember exactly what those were called. And, within this area, because it creates shade and a little bit of a boundary perimeter for, and the amount of worked stones within these circled areas. Yeah, you find large ones like this. Talk to me, Buff.
I wonder if these trees are the result of a fire. 1,000 years ago.
Uh-huh. So what we're going to see here, what I'm going to show you, is this area right there, this line that runs right along there. There is an old riverbed that lives there. So what we know for sure is that colonies were always, in little villages and living areas, were always located near water source. You had to have a fresh water source. And you had a source of food. And with all the pine here, the pine nuts and the oaks for the acorns and everything, there would have been plenty enough food along with the wildlife and the fresh water. When we were here in the spring, Buffy found a sculpted cat head that was about the size of, wow, look at that. It was about the size of see this right here? That point is not a natural occurrence in rock. Anyway, she's found this huge cat sculpt about the size of
like sandpaper.
Yeah.
And it has something carved in it.
Yeah.
Kev, that's not natural.
Yeah. Like it's a
What did it say
ruin.
was under the sandpaper?
So we learned that was a game as well. Much like tic-tac-toe, you'd have stones with different carvings on them turned upside down. And they would, oh, look at that. This is hafted. Nope. It's worked, but it's not what I thought it was. Oh, Jesus, look at that. What? Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, boy, is that light. This super light. Super light.
I don't have any hands left. I can't take them off.
No, we can't. So anyways,
Okay.
Buffy found a cat head the size of a football. Which
You know where you're going?
I know exactly where I'm going. Okay. And these are all relatively young pines here. Yeah.
Some leggings are first.
Yes, baby.
It will be only American-made top coat for you.
Okay.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Fake clothes. I
Yeah.
need you to look at that from here.
Okay. That's crazy, right?
Oh my gosh, you can't even see it.
So there's straight ahead is where you found that cat.
Okay.
And then there are some rocks up here that I'd like to go take a look at.
Okay.
And then we'll get into your
Somebody's buried here.
boy, that's certainly kind of it.
This is something. This is. I have pictures of this one before. That's what this is. Quartz that's been on fire.
Oh shit, Buff.
That's why it has this.
Okay.
That's why it has this.
Okay.
Oh.
Pumice feel.
Yeah. Because now I'm seeing it on fire.
Well, here's another piece of that quartz here in the. I picked it right out of the.
That's it. Right? It's quartz that's been on fire. Yeah, look at it. It's like a furry rock.
Yeah, it has almost like a velvet feel to it, right?
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
Boy, that's interesting.
Can't find
Well,
out this
these
stuff in
these
there.
two, we learned that the rocks that have this type of a characteristic were thrown into a fire when they were frozen, when they were cold, and then it would make that it would crack and splinter in that peculiar way that almost looks like fur. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of big rocks up here in a circle. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to have you feel that.
It's all chopped up there. Oh, it's totally smooth.
Cupule.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And look, it's all chopped up here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Chopped there. And then you see the cupule there?
Yeah.
Here. Oh, God. Whoa. You okay? Good. Still rolling? Still rolling.
And look at this.
Oh, my God. That's super smooth.
Look.
This is super smooth. Yeah. Yeah, so the Forest Service must come out here and trim some of the dead, dry.
I think one of these. This isn't all just.
But they're not starting it on fire.
Right, but look, this is all deliberately put there.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Oh, and here's the creek.
Yeah. Yeah, you found your the cat head was I think it was actually right up there on that mound, somewhere around here. Giant stones along a creek bed. So that's why that one's all smoothed out. It has a cupule there. The water is used as part of the leaching process to prepare the pine nuts and pine cones. You want to check out these big rocks up here? There's one there too. So this is the riverbed. Yeah.
And here's an entryway.
I see it, Buffy.
You see, that's a circle.
I do.
And then here's a walkway.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah. 1,
Do you really
2,
see it? Alex
3,
can see it.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, and that would have been for your wiki up.
Well, if you look where you're at from the outside, out here,
Uh-huh.
it's just another circle. And then that's their fire circle.
Yeah. Crazy.
Cook the food somewhere.
Yeah. That's freaking amazing. Jesus. Oh, yeah. Look at, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you look at it from right back
Yeah.
there, and then there's the,
Absolutely.
each fire circle has a,
All right.
I think this totally was a village.
I completely agree. Completely agree.
Oh, look, here's another fire circle.
Mm-hmm. So right up here, right outside this line of trees is your meadow, Buff.
Here's another one we're walking through. Right, and then the meadow, they're just around the outside of it.
Uh-huh.
Around the outside, around the outside. Oh yeah, you can totally see the waterway.
Right?
When you look down from the inside.
Yeah. This is where we found the cat head, Buff.
Yeah.
It was somewhere in this mound of stuff. So,
Oh, here they are.
yeah.
Oh, see? Look.
Yeah.
This bush is growing in. I mean, it looks like it could have been here yesterday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But there's a bush growing.
Yeah.
I think they start there.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I wonder. So these fire pits here
And then it goes over there.
run. They just dot the perimeter of this entire what I would have
Meadow?
considered a village area, a meadow. There is a bluff right up there, which would have been perfect for a kind of a lookout type of an area. You could tell that it was flattened and cleared. And this is nowhere near our village. This is nowhere near even the campground that was here up the way. And this is reportedly where UFOs were sighted landing in the 70s. So Buffy made a point of when these fire pits on the perimeter of this meadow are lit, what do they look like? Like a landing strip.
Right, all the fat.
There's something going through the woods down there. People. Okay. I saw 4 legs, and I'm like, well, that's really big, but it's 2 people, not... I thought it might have been like a moose or
Right.
something.
And look, all those trees.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you look a certain.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to keep out predators at night? Things that'll come and eat you? You're an ancient man. You light the fires around the perimeter of the village,
Makes sense.
right?
That keeps you safe at night.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to worry about the saber tooth. Right.
Yeah. Let's take a look at that. Okay, see this is cut. That's it. This is a chopped piece of wood. But what was it chopped with?
One of these rocks I have in my pocket.
Here's a giant bush that's growing in between, in the middle of a burn circle.
That's what she said. So how old could this be?
Well, we could radiocarbon date it. That's literally what that is. Which is kind of amazing if you think about it.
I need to choose smaller. That's what she said.
Boy.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's red, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, so the perimeter continues just down on the other side of these trees here and around back up there then.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And so what is that, a giant quartz? Oh. And you've got the giant holes. That's what she said.
Giant holes.
Oh, that's not even
Yeah. Yeah, the perimeter continues right through here, Buff. I hate when that happens. You want me to try and get it out? Can you get it?
Oh, shit. What's your name? Acorns? Don't break. There's another one. Yeah, I think these are all higher surface
Yeah,
prometheus.
I agree. Yeah, and if you remember,
This was a common.
yep, they continue just on the
Yeah.
inside of this of the tree line here,
Yeah,
right around here,
yeah.
and then that leads us to the third.
And where's the water? Over there?
Yeah, water runs right down through here, and this is the right up through there is the
Yeah.
third sister. Here's another one of those pine trees that are crazy big.
Right? Look at the trees, how they're all cut
Yeah,
to a certain height.
yeah,
You do see that, right?
I do.
mean, look,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I gotta believe it's a forestry service, because it's cut with. That's a mechanical cut. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know. Do you want to go to the third meadow, or do you want to follow this trail down to the road and then walk back up to the car?
Yeah, let's do the second
Okay.
one.
All right.
There's another one, look.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I'd like you to do
This ought to be a huge village.
is have some water, and then we're going to have some weed on the way out.
Huge.
Leave that open. I'm going to go in. Yeah, we're at 38:14, 38:18, and we're going to end it now.